Hello everyone, I am so excited to be filming this because this means I have finally started my beauty blog. Yes, I have been talking about it forever. And finally, I sat down and I pulled out all my products yesterday and I actually took my time and looked at different stuff and thought about what kind of look I wanted to create. And I came up with a brown smoky eye. I want to say off the bat that I really want my blog and my channel, and you just saw Ryland's tail go by. I do have two cats, and they like to kind of be the star of the show, so at some point they might jump up in the video. But they're cute, so that's okay. So, I really want my blog to be a place for inspiration. It's a place for me to kind of unleash my creativity, and it's a place for me to kind of share my passion of beauty with you, because I love colors, I love playing with makeup, I love creating looks, I love working with blending colors and all that kind of stuff. Hang on, my face edges. And I love learning new blending techniques and how to create different looks and how to make your face look completely different just by applying makeup. And I wanted a place to share that with you, so I came up with my beauty blog, and I hope that you enjoy it. And if you have any suggestions, I'm absolutely open to them. And without further ado, let's get started. So, the first thing I want to say is when you are doing your makeup, you should not necessarily match your makeup to your clothes, but you should definitely be mindful of what you're wearing. And the reason I did choose a brown smoky eye is because I am wearing a like berry pink colored top. So I didn't want anything too dark, and I didn't want anything too purpley, because I tend to go for more purple colors just because I have brown eyes, and warm purple tones tend to look really well on my skin, or look really good on my skin. Well, you'd never know that I'm a lost. Jana, get out of here. And so, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, so I wanted to pick something that was kind of subtle and went with the color of my top while still making the makeup pop and not blending in too much with the top, because if it blends in too much, nothing's going to pop. Everything's just going to blend. And we only want blending when we're doing our eyeshadow, and we want no harsh lines. So, now without further ado, God, why do I have to make this so long? So now we are going to jump right into it. And I am going to start off with my eyes. And the first step we do when priming our eyes is I'm going to use concealer and some translucent powder. And I learned this trick from Jaclyn Hill, actually. So thank you so much, Jaclyn. This trick is very, very much saving my life. For concealer, you can use any concealer that you happen to like. Just make sure it is not too dark. So I am going to use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I do like this. It is very full coverage. It is very... what's the word I'm looking for? It is very full coverage. It's very easy to blend. It's just a good product. So, but again, any concealer you have will work. And I'm just going to take this and do one little dot on my finger, and then I'm going to do a dot on my eye, a dot on my other eye, and then I'm going to close this up so it doesn't dry out. And I'm just going to kind of tap that along my eyelid, like that, and make sure it's nice and blended. You can just use your fingers for this. Some people do use a brush, and if you want to use a brush, you certainly can. Again, what you want to do is all about what's going to make you happy and what you're comfortable with. This is just the way that's easiest for me. And then I'm going to take a brush in the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to kind of dust that on my eyelids. And the reason we do this is because it's going to make your eyeshadow blend very, very seamlessly and give you, again, no harsh lines. So we're just going to kind of blend that in. And I am going to do my eyelids first, but then when I'm done with my lids, I'm going to go and do my face. I am going to do some stuff to the lower lash line, but I'm going to wait until I have my foundation and concealer on to do that, because if I do that before, then the foundation and concealer is just going to cover up what I did on the lash line. But at the same time, I don't want any fallout or anything like that to ruin my foundation and concealer. So that is the way that I am going to try it today. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to find out together. So I am going to go in, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35F palette today, and I love this palette. These shadows are incredible. They are so pigmented, and this was only like $22 for this entire palette. There's, I think, there's like 20 some shades in here. I don't even know, but it's a pretty good deal. Anyway, so I am going to take this peach color down at the bottom right here, and I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to start in the crease, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you really fast. It's right there. It's very light. It's just going to be kind of like a transition color. We're going to lay that down before I lay anything else down, just to help everything blend out nice and smoothly. Because I have found that when you layer shadows, they tend to apply much nicer, and they tend to blend out better. So I am going to use a fluffy blending brush, and I am just going to kind of apply that all over. And go in windshield wiper motions first, but then I'm going to kind of go in circular motions, like such. And I'm going to do that all the way up. And then go up more. And it's best to start with not a ton of product on your brush and build up, because it is easier to build up product than to have too much and have to get rid of it. So I'm going to take that in again for the other eye, and I'm going to tap off the excess. And again, I'm just going to kind of go in like on the crease and then go down pretty low. Because again, you're really not going to see this color too much when it's all done. It's really just a blending transition color. And I'm going to kind of, go in circular motions. And then when I've blended so that I have almost no product on my brush, I'm going to go up further into my crease. Because if you take too dark a product too far up into that crease, it's going to make you look like you got punched in the face. And that's not a cute look on anybody. So again, just blending all of that out. And it's going to make for a really nice transition color. So next, I am going to take this color right here. It's a little bit darker, but it's still kind of on the warm side. And I'm going to pile that right on top. So I'm going to swatch that again really fast. I need like 8 hands for this. See how pigmented that is? I love it. See, Morphe shadows are really, really fantastic for the price. And so I'm going to take my brush in that, again, tap off the excess, and do the same thing. Just going to kind of layer them on top of each other in windshield wiper motions, and then going in circular motions, and allowing just the slightest amount of product to go on my crease. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. And then I am going to just kind of go, again, windshield wiper motions. And in circular motions, like that. And that is all nice and blended. So there is that. And then I'm going to go in with one more color. I'm going to go in with this darker color right here. And unfortunately, Morphe did not give us names in this palette, so I don't really know what these shadows are called. But this bottom row of mattes, I'm really loving those. So I'm going to take that and swatch that really fast. So yeah, I want like a little bit darker of a brown, but still kind of on the subtle side. And I'm going to take a little bit less of this product because it is darker. So I'm going to take that, tap off the excess, and again, just keep going up into, and then just keep like layering those on top of each other. And what I'm going for when I layer the shadows on top of each other is I'm really going for like a 3-dimensional kind of look. as opposed to just a couple shadows. But again, if you're a minimalist girl and you don't want to pile your shadows on top of each other, you can absolutely do just 1 or 2 colors. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is the way that I want to try it. So then I'm going to go in with circular motions and blend that out. And yes, that looks nice and blended, nice and seamless. We do not want, again, any harsh lines. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye, and make sure you tap off the excess on your brush. Otherwise, you will have go in with way too much product. And like I said before, when you go in with too much product and you can't remove it, that's when you start to have problems. And the last thing that we want to do is start all over again, because this is a process. Let's be real. This is a process, and it is not one that I want to repeat if I don't have to. So we're just going to go in like that, and then we are going to go in little tiny circular motions. And again, the goal is blending, blending, blending. And I haven't really talked about the brush yet. This brush is from BH Cosmetics, but for blending, you want a really fluffy brush, because a really dense brush is probably not going to blend your shadows very well. Like sponges absolutely will not blend the way that a fluffy brush will, but sponges and dense brushes are perfect for like precision. So when you're trying to apply like product to just like the inner tear duct or just like slightly in the outer corner, those brushes are fantastic for that. So the next thing I am going to do, now that I have my crease colors done, I am going to go in with my like lid color. And I chose a couple colors for this, because again, like I said, you don't want to go too matchy-matchy with your clothes, but at the same time, like I do want to kind of, you know, coordinate a little bit. So I am going to grab just a dense synthetic brush. This is the Unique Cream Eyeshadow Brush, and I have 2 of these, and I just washed them, so I can't really tell which one I use for which. But I am going to take this berry color right here, or actually first I'm going to take this chocolate brown right here, and I'm going to mix it with this berry color. So that way I'll get a little bit of berry in it, but not too intense of an amount. So that it's not going to look, again, like everything's just blended together and like nothing pops, because this is makeup, we want it to pop. So I'm going to sit way back on my couch so I can lean forward and just kind of pack this on. And again, if I don't get a whole ton of pigment at first, that is totally okay. We can build it up. And I would much rather build it up than have too much and have to get rid of it. So I make the weirdest faces. I'm just going to warn you while I do eyeshadow, because I need my eyes to go certain ways that they don't normally go. I'm going to pick up a little bit more pigment. So again, I'm going to go in with my brown and my berry, and I am going to tap off the excess just to make sure that we don't go overboard. And I'm just kind of packing this in, laying this down. I am still going to blend, but I just want to lay it down first. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So, again, I will do the same thing with the other eye. And tap off the excess. And you want to put this on your lid and low in your crease. You do not want to bring like your lid color all the way up to your whole crease like I did with the other lighter colors, because then, like I said before, it's going to make you look like you got punched in the face. And that's not a cute look on anyone. So again, I am going to go in with more brown and more berry. And And I'm going to kind of even this out over here. And I'm going in kind of like patting, flicking motions. Because like I said, I want to really lay the product down as opposed to like fluffing it all over. Now I'm going to take my blending brush, the same brush I used before, and I'm going to kind of blend that crease out, just so it's not quite as harsh, because I did get some up in my upper crease, and I want to make sure that I get that nice and blended in. And this is again why we layer shadows on top of each other, because if I did not, those dark colors may not have blended out as well as they did. So now I am going to take a dark brown and put that in the outer put that in the outer corner. So I am going to take, I think, this brown right here, because I still want it to be kind of on the warm side, but I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to take this brown right here, and I think that's what I want. Yeah, that's the one I want. But I also don't want it to have like a ton of gold in it. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take that on a crease brush. This brush, like I said, is a lot denser, so it's going to be a lot better for blending, or not blending, but for applying shadows in a precise area. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going, where's that brown I just used? Yeah, right here. Okay, and this is just going to really add a lot of dimension to that eye and make it kind of pop, which is what I'm going for. And then I'm going to bring this kind of into the crease like that, and I will blend that out, don't worry. I will absolutely blend that out. You know I will not leave that like that. So, I take that, blend, but I'm going to blend down and out to really kind of smoke that out. There we go. Like that. Perfect. And then I am going to do the same thing on this eye. And this is always a little bit more awkward because it is a different angle than I am used to. And I want to make sure the camera picks up what I am doing. So again, I'm going to take that kind of up into the crease. And again, the goal here is dimension. And the more colors you use, the more dimension you will get, but make sure you blend the colors together. If you do not blend them, they're just going to look like a hot mess, and it is not going to be cute. Not at all. So, take this and blend that out. And then again, I'm blending down and out. You don't want too much on the inner corner because that is not where you want the darkness in your eye look. You want it to be on the outer V. So there's that. And then I am going to take a liner brush like this, and I'm going to put a very dark purple, or not purple, I'm going to do a very dark brown right here. And this is almost going to be the same as eyeliner, but it's going to have a more smudged effect, and it won't be quite as precise as eyeliner. But I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take it up. I told you, my cats like to get in the way. And I'm going to take it and apply it all on that upper lash line. Like that. Because I do want to smudge it out a little bit. I don't want it to be too perfect. So, is that Jana keeps walking back and forth underneath my coffee table, and I know she wants attention. So I'm just going to build that up just a little bit more. And there's that. And then I am going to do the same thing on the other side. And I really hope the camera is picking this up the way that I want it to. So, oh goodness. Yeah, the eyes require a lot of patience, and the thing is, patience is not my strong suit. So, there's that. So, yeah. And we're not quite done with that yet. So, I am going to take my spongy brush, because I want, again, a really precise application with this, and I'm just going to highlight the inner corner of my eye. And I'm going to do that by applying this first shade right here. And I'm going to apply that just in that inner tear duct right there. And kind of use my finger to blend that out. Holy crap, that is pigmented. And then I'm just going to boop. And again, put that in the inner tear duct. And then just kind of blend that in a little bit with my finger, just so it's not too intense. And now the eyes are done. Hallelujah. So there's that. Now we're going to go on to more of the face. Like I said, I'm going to smoke out that lower lash line, but I'm going to do my foundation and concealer first. So for this look, I chose to do more of like kind of a glow from within type kind of look for the skin. So I am going to start with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is the Luminous Primer, and this is so beautiful. It has no glitter, no shimmer, but it still reflects the light in a way that gives kind of a glow from within. And I just want to kind of show you on my hand real fast before I apply it. Yeah, it kind of like reflects the light. It's hard to see with the angle the light is coming in my apartment, but that is how it looks, and I just think it's gorgeous. And what this will really do is, if you apply this underneath a like BB cream or underneath a sheer or medium to full coverage concealer, or not concealer, medium to full coverage foundation, what this will do is it will really just let that like luminosity and let that glow shine through. So your skin will look flawless and airbrushed if you apply your foundation right, but it will also look very glowing and luminous and very natural, which I am all about that life. Absolutely all about that life. So there's that, and then I just use primer with my hands. You can use a brush if you want to. Some people prefer that. I have never really seen the need, only because as long as primer is like really massaged into your skin and really in there good, there's really no need for brush. So next I am going to take the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am the color, whoa, I am dropping stuff today. What is new? I am the color Porcelain, but they do have a lot of shades to match whatever skin tone you may be. So I am going to pick up the Sephora Collection Multitasker Complexion brush, and this brush is alright, but I did just order the Morphe M439, I think it's called, which is like a buffing brush, and I am so excited for that to get here. And when it comes, I will absolutely try it out and show it to you on camera and tell you what I think of it. But I am super excited for it to come. But I still do like this brush as well. The Sephora collection actually has a lot of great products. So I am going to take this on my brush and just kind of blend it out. And again, the key to foundation is to blend. And I want to get really good under that eye area. I want to make sure I get down my nose and these little weird creases that I have. And I would also suggest, if you're looking for a little bit more of a glow, you could mix the Becca Backlight Primer with your foundation, and it will give just a little bit more of a glow to your foundation if you're looking for more of a luminous, like dewy look. Or you could mix a liquid highlighter into your foundation. Anyone will do. But this, And this is a medium to full coverage, or why do I keep wanting to say concealer? A medium to full coverage foundation, so it will still kind of let that luminosity through while still giving a very flawless finish to the skin, which is what we want. So, put that down. So, yeah, just kind of pounce my brush around to make sure I really pack the foundation in and I don't move it around or swipe it off. I'm going to kind of really pack that in. So again, I'm after that very flawless, very airbrushed finish, and that is that. I have not tried this eye look yet, but I really love it with this top. I got this top at Pink Coconut Boutique, which is a very cute little boutique that I actually found on Instagram, but I love them. They have tops that are very girly, very flirty, very feminine, and make me feel like a Southern belle, which is what I feel like which is what I feel like inside. So don't tell me any different. I don't care that I'm from New York. I'm still a Southern belle. So, next I'm going to go in with concealer. This is, again, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And the very littlest amount of this goes a very long way. I'm just going to draw a little bit of a triangle underneath that. Dab that out. And then I am going to grab a damp beauty sponge. And I'm just going to kind of press that into my under eye. And you really want to be careful not to rub too hard or not to swipe too hard on your under eye, because the skin on your under eye is very, very sensitive and is thinner than the skin on the rest of your face. So you really, really want to be careful. But I am going to take this and make sure I really press this into the skin. And also, if you swipe too hard, you're going to remove the foundation and remove the concealer. So again, if you want it to do what it's supposed to do, then do pressing motions, not swiping motions. And use the pointed end of the Beauty Blender because it will get right up in that under eye, which is what you want. So we're going down, down like that. And then we are going to set that. It is so, so important to set your under eyes with some sort of powder. And so there's that. And then again, just kind of pressing and pouncing that Beauty Blender down and over. Like such. Beautiful. And when picking a color for your under eye concealer, you want to pick something a little bit lighter so that way it will give that highlighted brightening effect and make you look more fresh and wide awake. I lose my train of thought all the time. I'm just kind of putting that out there. And then next I'm going to go on with the Bare Minerals Powder Concealer in the shade Well Rested. So I am going to take this on a damp beauty sponge, and the trick to this product, because when I first bought it, I used way too much and I didn't like it. But the trick to this product to make it not crease is to use just a very tiny amount. So I'm going to take it, and again, I'm going to kind of put it in the under eye area. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing, pounce it in so it will absorb into my face. And like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit more for the other side and kind of tap off a little bit of the excess. And grab up some more product. And just kind of move that around to make sure it sets and really sets my under eye, because you do not want that concealer to crease or to move. You want it to just stay put all day, all night, whenever it is you're applying your makeup. Okay. Now, for this particular look, I am not going to use a face powder. I'm just going to use a translucent powder to kind of set my foundation. And again, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. and my big fluffy powder brush. And pick that up, tap off the excess. Very important to tap off the excess. And then just kind of you know, apply that to your face. I think my powder brush might be still a little bit damp. Well, it doesn't feel damp, it just hasn't fully regained its shape from when I washed my brushes last. So make sure I put some powder on my nose, so that way the foundation will not leave in my T-zone, because my skin is kind of normal to combination, so I can get a little bit oily in my T-zone. And now that my powder's done, I want to lay down my bronzer. And I chose, for this look, I chose the Bare Minerals, where's my blush brush? Here we go. I chose the Bare Minerals, oh my god, get it together, I cannot talk today. Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer. And I like this because it does come in different shades. It's not just one, like Hoola Bronzer is just one color. But this comes in different shades. I have the shade Fair to Light because I am very fair skinned, let's be honest. And I will swatch this for you really quickly. See? Very beautiful on the skin, and very buildable, which I love. And I'm going to apply that using the Morphe E4. I love this brush because it gives me a nice bronzed look. I also do use this for my blush. I need to get another one of these brushes so I don't have to use the same one back to back, because that is what I'm doing right now, and you're not supposed to do that. But I'm going to work with what I have. And then I'm going to bronze up my pasty white forehead. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, give me all the bronzer. All of it. I just want to be a bronze glowing goddess today. That's all I would ask for in life. Down. And then bring that down the side of my face. And then I'm going to again bronze my cheek before I put some blush on. And yes, it is bronzing me. It is giving me a nice bronzy glow. And I'm going to make sure I blend that nicely into my hairline, so that way I don't get, again, no harsh lines. And I'm blending, as you can see, from the front of my face back towards my ear. So, there's my bronzer. And next, I'm going to go in with blush. For blush, I really took my time in deciding what cheek color to use for this look. And I decided on the Bare Minerals Kiss. Because I went, and I forgot I had this blush for a while. That's not only how much makeup I have, but how much of a rut I can get stuck in. I have been loving the Becca Flower Child blush, which is a beautiful color, don't get me wrong. But this color was that perfect, like, sheer pink wash of color that I was really looking for. And I am not going to use that much pigment. And this is the Bare Minerals Loose Pigment Blush in the shade Kiss. So, I am going to put just a little bit in the cap, pick it up, tap off the excess. Again, you always, always tap off the excess. Otherwise, you will end up with clown cheeks, and that's not cute. And I'm just going to do a sheer swipe of color right there. And I really love that this blush is buildable, and it's not going to be so crazy pigmented that like one swipe is going to give you clown cheeks, because nobody wants those. No, we don't. So, we just want to be a blushing, very girly, very flirty type of goddess. Yeah, I'm going to use that word. Just don't mind me. And then put my blush all the way up there. And then we are going to shut that. Then go in with some highlighter. And of course I'm dropping things. It wouldn't be a video if I wasn't dropping stuff. Go in with a highlighter, and this is the Sephora Collection Radiant Luminizing Drops. And I'm going to take this, put this on the back of my hand, just a drop like that. And then I'm going to take my finger and just kind of stipple that up on my cheekbone, like that. And then just kind of go in circular motions to kind of blend a little bit. And then just kind of pat that into my skin. Like that. Just so it gives a nice little, radiant glow. And then just kind of staple that on. And then just kind of pat it into my cheeks and into my skin. So it gives just, a nice luminizing glue like that. I don't know if the camera's picking it up the way that I want it to, but and then put just a little bit of highlight up here. And I'm doing all of my face with highlight from one drop. Product comes in this little dropper, and I just pushed it out once. That's all the product you need. And this is from the Sephora collection, and like I said before, the Sephora collection really does have a lot of really nice makeup. Like, I would not overlook them at all. And just gonna build that up a little bit. Build that up over here to make sure it's even. Because we want to be a glowing goddess today. Okay, I want to be a glowing goddess today. I don't know about you. But that's what I'm going for, so that's what I'm going to do. So, next I am going to do my lower lash line. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that now. So, I'm not going to do anything too intense for this. I'm just going to kind of take a little bit of this brown right here and this color right there. I'm going to mix those together and then just kind of bring that on a little definer brush. And then make sure you blend. So I'm probably going to need another brush to blend this with. Because I do not want my lower lash line to look too intense, but at the same time, I definitely want it to show up, which is kind of not cooperating with me. There we go. Finally. I guess I gotta really press that brush in there. Now we're gonna blend that out. So I'm just gonna take my normal blending brush and oh my goodness. It takes a lot for this to not, like, stab me in the face. Okay. So, there's my eyes, and now I'm going to go in with my brows. Now with my brows, I am going to use a brow definer brush like that, and I'm going to use the Unique Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette. I really like this palette because it has the two colors for your brows. I'm going to use the lighter one, like on the top of my brows, like this, to kind of fill in like at the top and just make it look very natural. I don't want it to look too dramatic. And then I'm just going to go and fill in the other brow. Like that. And then I'm going to take the other side and then go down and fill in the tail. Like that. And this way, my brows will have dimension, they will look natural, and then to blend those out, I am going to take a spoolie and just kind of blend like that, just to kind of blend the powders into each other. So there's what? No harsh lines. You guessed it. And now I am going to take a brow pencil, and I'm going to take where's my Unique one? Here it is, because I have two of them. One's already open, and I want to use that one before I break open another one. So I'm going to take that, and look how teeny tiny that tip is. This is the brow liner, and I just kind of want to go in little flicking motions like this. And little flicking motions like that, and then I want to just kind of, again, fill in any bare spots, but I want to do it very lightly so that, again, it looks very natural. I do not want it to look harsh or thick or dramatic. We're going for just very natural brows today. So there's that, and then, oh, after that is done, where did I put my brush? But after that is done, I am going to set them using the brow wax right here. This is similar to like a brow gel, but you just set it with wax like that. And then over here, same thing. There we go. And wipe that little powder away. And I do like that these powders in this brow set are buildable, so they're not going to look like one swipe is way too thick, and then you're like, great, now how do I get rid of this? Like, I think the Anastasia Dip Brow can, only because that is such a concentrated product, and if you're looking for thick brows, that will get the job done quickly. But for me, I don't want to look like a drag queen today. I just kind of don't. I've already said it. I'm going to be a glowing goddess today. I'm going to be a little bronzy princess, so don't tell me anything different. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Unique Lip Exfoliator, and I'm going to just kind of put it on my lips like that, and this is going to prep my lips for my lipstick, lip gloss, all that kind of stuff. And I would compare this to like a Lush, to like the Lush Sugar lip scrubs, but I like this better only because it has very moisturizing ingredients in it, whereas the Lush scrubs are literally just sugar that you put on your lips and then you lick away, which this is also sugar based. So you can eat this as well, but I like that it has very moisturizing and very nourishing ingredients in it. I've actually seen a difference in the health of my lips and how soft they are even without this on. So that's something I really love. Also, I love the packaging. I love that it's in a stick. It makes it so easy to apply, whereas the Lush lip scrubs are in a pot. And I did own them. It did kind of leak out of my purse, which is another reason I was not a fan. I had bubblegum lip scrub all over my purse. And I was like, not a happy day. I was like, no, not a happy day. So I do prefer those, but I mean, as far as the actual product goes, the Lush lip scrub is fine as well. But that's the type of product I would compare it to. Next, I'm going to go in with mascara, and I'm going to use two different mascaras. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash first. And I like this for lengthening, separating, and just making my lashes very black. So, go in with that. And then on the other side as well. And I'm also going to put this on my bottom lashes. I tend to not want a very volumizing mascara on my bottom lashes, only because I don't want them to look too huge. And so I'm going to make a really weird face while I do this, and I cannot talk when I'm doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom lashes. There's that. And then other eye. Ah, no, I think I got some on my lower. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. There's that. And then I'm going to take the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is more of like a volumizing mascara, and I put this on top just to kind of give my lashes a little bit more oomph and a little bit more volume. So, take this. And put this on. And then lashes are good. And then I am going to take my lip products. I am going to use the MAC Angel lipstick. And I'm going to just put that on. This is a very pretty, like, nudie pink. And it is, I think, just perfect for this look because it's not too nude, not too pink, not too bright, not too light. It's just perfect. And then I love glossy lips, so I am going to put the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Katie on top of it. I like this because it really just adds shine. It does not add pigment or color, and I just want shine. So, I'm going to put that on top. On top like that. And last step, I'm just going to go in with some Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I need more of this very soon, like it's not a joke. And I'm just going to bathe myself in that. And this is just going to make my makeup last so much longer. And this look is complete. I hope you like it. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I hope this post was helpful. And if you do want to recreate this look, again, I encourage you to. This channel is all about inspiration. It's all about unleashing creativity and just kind of doing what's going to make you happy and what's going to make you feel beautiful and feel confident, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So I will see you in my next post. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.